Hello, welcome to Shift the Field TV. Our conversation today is how to really help your clients get results. Now, if you're anything like me, this is a question that is near and dear to your heart and super important to you. For me, I remember when I started my business and I was going to events and I was learning from marketers about how to sell things, right? And they would say, just sell it, just charge this and sell this. And I kept wondering, but what about the results? Because I assumed everybody was really good at what they did. And then the more I spent time in the space, I started to learn that there were people who were selling things and they didn't know how to help their clients get results. And I know for me, I know I'm in my right line of work. I am so passionate about transformation. Even if there was ever anything that kept me up at night, it was, am I doing a good enough job to get results? Because for me, I'm so passionate about people being able to shift their energy and be aligned with the frequency that's going to attract an expanded version of their life that they desire. And I believe when we're all aligned with our purpose, the world works. And that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. So with that, I have 3 tips today on how to really help your clients to get results. And this is all about transformation. It's about helping them shift their energy at their core so that they can get different results, not just while they're working with you, but for the rest of their life. Number 1, enroll and engage your client in their commitment to get the results. Don't think that you can get the result for them, that you can drag them into a different outcome. What you want to do is ensure that they're committed and paint a picture of what's possible that they can connect into. But don't assume just because you've painted the picture that they are bringing commitment to the table. You want to check it out. But so often, service providers, coaches, healers feel like I'm responsible for getting them this result. And the truth is they're responsible and they need to bring their own commitment to the table. But your responsibility is to be able to tell that they're committed and to paint the picture of something worth committing to. Often people will talk about how they work. We're going to do this. We'll journal, we'll discover, we'll explore, but they're afraid to point to the fence to say, this is the outcome that we're playing for. Do you want it? And then let the client say, I want that. And they're coming in with the full clarity that this is for them. That's the first tip. The second tip is to seek the energetic truth and to seek it first. So here in our certification program, I talk about us being an energy first company. So you want to start really with the energy pattern that's going on. So a lot of times people will come in, maybe they'll listen to their client and hear what's going on, and their brain will say, well, you could do this, or why don't you just do this? And there's so much good advice thrown around to someone who's not yet ready to receive it because their energy is actually blocking it. I know I've watched myself get what I knew was good advice, but I was not in the beingness to be able to receive it and act on it and like hold the frequency of it, right? Because there was a hidden truth in the way that had me shield myself. And at this point, I kind of know how to recognize that when I'm doing it for myself. And so you may recognize that feeling, and you may have seen your clients do it where you know you're giving them gold, but they can't quite hear it. So when you're energy first, you're actually looking for what is that underlying pattern that they're filtering everything through right now that has them not already see the solution. Because sometimes it's information that people are missing, but more often than not, they've been exposed to the information they need, but the energy is what's really in the way. So go to the energetic truth first. That's the second tip. Because if someone keeps taking action, but they haven't shifted their belief and their vibration internally, they're going to keep getting a similar result. And number 3, honor both the spiritual and the human side of your client. honor the spiritual and the human side. For me, in a lot of the training I took early on in my work, it was very much mindset work, right? We were in our mind, and there may have been some spiritual work, which was, hey, as a soul, you can have anything you desire if you align your thinking to it, right? And it was very up here, which is great and can really help shortcut things. And we're in human bodies, and our human bodies store energy patterns. We have emotions connected to those energy patterns. As long as we're just staying up here in our mind and connecting to the vision of the future, but our body isn't, our body can actually physically be blocking us. So, if you ever hear someone speak about who they are and you get it, but something in their body feels off about it, like there's an incongruency, they probably haven't taken their physical human self with them. There's an art to doing this, right? To being able to hold space for someone when their physical body is releasing and their human self is experiencing the emotions of a pattern as it transmutes. And we can't skip that. That said, we don't have to stay stuck in it, because we're really spiritual beings and we can connect to a different timeline and a different reality like that, right? But our physical body needs to come with us. Often, if someone's just up here and they're ignoring this is like running the show and they don't know it. If someone's only here and they're not actually connecting to the truth that they're a soul in a physical body and their soul is infinite, limitless, divine, the same stuff as God, of the infinite possibilities that are available to someone, because they're so in their physical body that they can't connect to that, that's also going to be limiting. So tip 3, honor their spirit and their human, and really understand how to work with both. And when it's appropriate to say, okay, let's move, right? Connect to this future. And when it's more appropriate to actually hold space for the human in the physical to move the energy, so that staying connected to the vision is going to be easier for the rest of their lives. So I'm curious, what do you hear in this? If there was a nugget of insight, I would love to hear below this video. If you have mastered a piece of this and you want to brag on yourself, I would love to hear about that as well. And we'll see you in the next video.